This is a video on how to create an H5P drag and drop. First thing we're going to look at is an example. Students would read each of the cards and place them into the appropriate spots. So I'm going to demonstrate that very quickly. And then once students have put the cards in the appropriate spot, they would click check to receive feedback. So in order to create an H5P, the first thing you need to do is go to h5p.org. And from there, you need to create an account. Once you have created an account, you would click on My Account and then Create New Content. I'm going to be making a drag and drop on probability true-false statements, so I would put that in this title. And from there, on this Select Content Type, I'm going to click the drop down and I'm going to scroll down and find Drag and Drop. There are several steps to making a drag and drop. The first one is to add a background image, the mat that students will drag onto. So I'm going to click Add. And I have already created a mat. So I'm going to click Open. So I created the mat using Canva. I used Canva, and my dimensions are 800 by 500 for this particular mat. And I know that this mat works well and doesn't distort. Then I downloaded it, and then that's when I uploaded it into the H5P. From there, I click Next Step Task. So at this time, I need to create drop zones for my cards to fit into, or my activities to fit into. So I'm going to click Insert Drop Zone, and I'm going to label this one True. And I want to see my background without any thing covering it. So I'm going to change this to 0 and click Done. Now I'm going to drag this little box up into the top right-hand corner of my True box, and I'm going to drag it over. That's one drop zone. Now I need my second one. I'm going to call this one False. Change this to 0. And then click Done. And then I'm going to drag it across. So now I could, if I wanted to, now that I have my zones, I need the cards. So I went to the Math Online Communication Center, and I went to Evaluating Statements About Probability, the formative assessment lessons that they have linked there, and I found this. So I want to use these cards here to create my drag and drop. So I already created them. So just by snipping, so I'm going to go ahead and upload those images. So I'm going to click Add. And I'm going to start here. I'm just going to label this one A. Then I'm going to select the drop zones. I want the students to be able to put the card in either of the two spots. So I'm going to click that, and then I just click Done. And from there, the image, the first task, I drag it over here to the spot that's going to hold the card. And I'm going to change the size by dragging it. And I usually change the size just so the students can see. And I stack the cards on top of each other. Some people put them all over here. But I like for them, it's like pulling out of a deck of cards. So that's my first one, and I'm going to do the next one. I have 8. Select all. Done. And just stack them on top of each other. So I'm going to do each of them very quickly. See, select all. Done. Next one, click add. And then my last card. Give it a title, select the drop zones, and then I'm done, and then resize it. So now I have uploaded all of my cards, and I have selected my drop zones, and I have uploaded my mat. So now I need to tell which one is true and which one is false. So I'm going to click into my drop zone here, and I'm going to choose the ones that are true. And in this situation, only F is going to be true. And I'm going to click done. And then now I'm going to pick my false. I'm going to go ahead and select all of them but F. So I'm marking the right answers. And I click done. I can add some feedback. So I can say 0 to 75, keep trying. And then I can say, I want them to get a 100, almost, keep trying. And then in order, great job. Make sure you show your justification to your teacher. And then I click all done or save. So now I have my drag and drop. Okay. So now I want to get it on my eClass course page. So I'm going to click embed. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to my course page. Of course, I'm going to add this to. I'm going to click on content. And then this is my part of my unit 1. I'm going to create a file. This is going to be the practice. And I am going to click Insert Step, enter embed code, paste, and then Next. Click Allow, Insert, Publish. So now I have my drag and drop H5P on my eClass course page for students to complete.